If you'd have seen them, you'd have thrown them away too. But when they get remanufactured, they'll be just like brand new. These will be powder-coated frames, which is a process that heats the coating on and makes it virtually indestructible. So they can't make it easy like if you were just to paint it. And then it get reupholstered. Our reupholstery shop is the next building over. And over there they do. No, so we can powder coat that. Yeah. In here, for a lot of the winners, you'll be able to come in here and you'll be back here selecting out what you want for your offices. And this changes all the time. This is where we keep what we call our as-is furniture. That means it comes in, it's in good shape. All we have to do is clean it up and get it ready. And so we obviously, because of space requirements, have to put it up high. So which makes it kind of tough sometimes when you want to, I want to look at that. And we'll do our best to get it down for you. But anyway, this is kind of where we, for past recipients, it's been amazing to change their facilities and help them in ways that they wouldn't normally do because they spending money on office furniture is the last thing they do. I only have 15 of these, but this will give you an idea of some of our past winners. And they're the people that are going to help you. When you get your award, the sales team, you'll be assigned a salesperson, and they'll help you whenever you need something. You can come in and buy it all at once. You can come in and buy it little bit by little bit, however you want to spend your money. Now the grand prize usually gets a little bit more involved, and that's when the design team will come in, and you can use it. And together we came up with the idea for the Extreme Office Makeover, and just to be able to help on a more professional level. Nonprofits, instead of just calling them every now and again, is to have something formal that we could do on a yearly basis to help everybody in our company give back to the community. Right now we're going to invite every group to come up and give us about 5 minutes introduction to their nonprofit and their organizations to tell us what they do. Well,
my name is Laurie. I'm here with Tony, and we're representing Chi-Chi Rodriguez Youth Foundation. Sorry. At Chi-Chi's, our mission is dropout prevention. We have been in the Clearwater area for 33 years, and we have a wonderful staff. We work directly in conjunction with Pinellas School District. We serve 4th through 8th grade students who are at risk academically. Not adjusting to their environment, they have poor self-esteem, they're not functioning up to grade level. So that's where we come in. The Pinellas district will provide the teachers and the principal, and we provide the unique environment for these students to learn, and part of that is learning as the golf course, on the golf course as a classroom. So we have an 18-hole golf course and a multi-sports complex adjacent to our school, and those proceeds go directly to the academy to support the academy for the students, along with our fundraising events and our community involvement and contributions. And you all could contribute by golfing at Chi-Chi's.
Sure. Well, since Chi-Chi was a golfer, it just made sense that they had an organization like the First Tee become a part of the foundation. And are there any golfers in the house? If you've ever watched any golf on TV, they're really doing a lot of promoting of the First Tee, which is it's a worldwide golf-oriented program, which basically, along with playing games and introducing the game to kids, we use a set of core values curriculum that gives me an opportunity to talk about things like respect and courtesy and the things that you do naturally as a golfer. When I was a kid growing up, I didn't have a first tee program, and you just learn to do those things through the game. And so in the mid-90s, the first tee became a part of Chi-Chi's, and I get to do the golf coaching there. I'm a golf professional for 20 years, but when I started here, it was like starting all over because of the unique ways that you have to work with kids, especially those that are challenged by society and the things that are going on. So I think these folks that are here that are representing these charities are all worthy, and we're just honored to be here. Thank you for this opportunity. And so
a couple months late.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Reggie Jackson, and I'm with AMIkids Tampa. AMIkids Tampa has been around since 1971. We are an alternative school that deals with at-risk youth in Hillsborough County. We serve students between the ages of 12 and 19. All of our students are either on probation or have been expelled from the public school system. Our #1 goal is to get their credits back up and try to get them back either in a regular school or get their GED or some type of vocational or technical program. An average student comes to us, they are at least 2 grade levels behind. They're dealing with a lot of personal issues. Most of our students are not unsuccessful because they're incapable of doing the work, but there's so many other intangibles that they're dealing with that it just hinders them from being successful. So our #1 goal through treatment, education, and behavior modification is to work on having them develop pro-social behaviors. And that starts with kids shaking hands, learning how to say good morning, uniform, just focusing on life skills. We deal with a population that is what we've heard considered the worst of the worst. And it's our #1 goal is to take that kid that, the school system or even in some cases society has said, you know what, they're not going to make it. And it's our goal to turn that kid into a productive citizen. Our organization actually has over 50 schools across 8 states. We are just this one local one that is trying to make an impact in our community. Our success rate is at least 7 out of 10 kids have been successful after leaving us. That's a number that we strive for 10 out of 10. It's getting tougher. One of the things that we just talked about here is, we oftentimes don't have the funds to spend on office furniture or things like that. And we try to ensure that our kids don't feel like because they've come to us, now they're 2nd tier or 3rd tier. So this is just something that's really important to us to continue to let them know that they have second chances. And the ones that come to us, we feel like are not the ones that were the ones that got the unfortunate placement, but these are the ones that were actually fortunate enough to actually get us and hopefully help us put them back on the right track. Because once we change one, we haven't just changed that kid, but we feel like we've changed the entire family tree. So that's our ultimate goal, and thank you guys for having us here, and we definitely appreciate this opportunity to share our story. Thank you.
We work with adults with developmental disabilities. We have 9 group homes throughout Hillsborough County and 3-day programs. The kind of programs that we offer to our clients are vocational programs, so we give them opportunities that build their life skills with basic education, how to work properly, to hopefully achieve a job in outside of our day programs in the long run. But again, I want to thank you for this opportunity, and that's pretty much it.
Thanks, Rick.
What's that little body club? I'm Jeff, I'm Kellie's husband. Kellie started this 8 years ago. What we do is therapeutic riding, okay? We do it for veterans, children that have handicaps. We started with kids. We started with 1 horse. We've grown to 12. We had 22 at one time. It's very expensive to do, but it does help. It helps kids, especially with Down syndrome. Kids that will not do anything else. They just have given up. People have given up on them, and veterans too. You know, we do veterans, children. It's amazing. It's more of a mental than anything else. Horses have a way of doing that. I don't know what it is. I'm not a horse person. My wife is. I just keep it going. All right.
You are now.
Yeah. I drive the tractors. I do all. I fix everything. That's why I'm covered with it. But it is amazing, and I've never. I thought it was crazy. Like a lot of people look and say, how could that be? But I have one story there, and she's still there. And we just got out of, a little girl, 2 years old, never walked, ever walked. And they said she never would. We put her on a horse. And the thing is, the movement of a horse has the same movement as walking, but no one knows it. And the kids, they don't want to walk. They don't see any reason to. People treat them differently, and especially with MS, they just give up. And after 6 months, she got off that and she walked for the first time in her life. That was 3 years ago. She's now, what, 5 or 6 years old. She's been running around. She's almost, you couldn't almost tell that she never had any issues. And her mother is just completely amazed because she was told that this kid was never going to, never. And it does the same thing for a lot of people. Me, I don't know. Yeah, it wouldn't get me. But I think it's just the horses know. It's funny, the same horse that will throw me off will stand there and let a kid kick it in the side and smack it in the head, and it just knows. They know. They know that this kid means them no harm. And they create a bond, and that bond heals both of them. It's amazing. But that's what we do. All right. So,
thank you.
Anything else?
I'm Georgann Carlton with Explorations 5 Children's Museum, and I'm the CEO there. And we serve children and families like all of the different programs that you've heard from today. 21 years ago, a nice, friendly architect in town befriended one of the moms that came, actually she moved from Tampa to Lakeland and wanted a children's museum in Lakeland like there existed in Tampa. And so that friendly architect, Vic Prebor, helped her design the children's museum, and gosh, 10 years later helped us design another old building that we actually purchased, and we've got the hefty mortgage to prove it. But it's a 1929 historic crest building in the middle of downtown Lakeland, and Vic Prebor was the architect from Lunz Prebor Architects, and he's still our friend. And I guess a couple of months ago, he sent me an email and said, we'd love to nominate you for new office furniture. Could you use it? Well, that was kind of a joke. I mean, he knew that we were, in 21 years, we've never invested a dime in office furniture, much like all these other services. As a matter of fact, our whole facility has 3 full floors of exhibits and programs, all hands-on, interactive, for children and families, children ages birth to 12 specifically. And there are only 3 exhibits on all 3 floors that we ever purchased. Every single thing in that museum has been acquired from Mosey or Young at Art Children's Museum down in South Florida, other museums in this state or beyond that we've befriended and taken their giveaways and refurbished and reconfigured to suit the needs of the Children's Museum in Lakeland. So our hearts went right out to ROF when we saw what you did. We said, gosh, we know all about that. Only we aren't the professionals. We pull the professionals in town, like the architects and the engineers and the accountants and the bankers and everybody who wants to do that sort of thing. But at the Children's Museum, we start at the top. We have 4 floors. Our top floor, we do tutoring and test prep and FCAT prep, as well as SAT prep, college prep, GED, and beyond. On our 2nd floor, we offer a children's art gallery and an early science interactives area, as well as party and program rooms. On our 1st floor, we've designed our town. So we have a miniature Publix, we have a bank, we have a theater, and a medical center, and so on and so forth, all available for the children to learn and explore. And on our lower floor, we have what is called O is for Oranges, From Seed to Our World. And there at our Children's Museum, we see 50,000 children and families a year. We see another 20,000 folks come through our educational programs that we hold at the Children's Museum. And then we take exhibits and programs out on the road into fairs and festivals where folks are unlikely to be able to come to us. We take our exhibits to them, and we see another 30,000 children and families at those events throughout the year. And we do it all with a full-time staff of 8 and about 7 other part-timers, and lots of volunteers in the community. So we invite you to come visit us right downtown Kentucky Avenue in Lakeland, Florida, and know that about 20% of our admissions annually are free. And we do underserved programs for those children that are living in poverty. We're working with United Way most recently to do pre-K readiness for kids in certain neighborhoods so that they'll be ready to learn whenever they start kindergarten. They don't fall behind on that FCAT. And in addition to that, what we learned was that poverty was the root of all those issues. And so we're working with families to help them overcome their financial woes by conducting programs called Biggest Saver and Financial Fitness for Family programs throughout the county. So United Way has identified us to go throughout the county and work with Salvation Army and Lighthouse Ministries and Winter Haven Women's Shelter and so on and so forth, and teach them how to help their families through their financial woes. So we're pretty excited. We're working with different banks. We do not exist without this kind of relationship and partnership, so thank you very, very, very much for including us, and thank you, Mr. Vick, for nominating.
The winner of this event is chosen by the voters. So, Joni is going to open up an envelope here and announce who will be this year's winner.
Seal the envelope.
There's another envelope in there. Secret. Secret.
Okay. Secret from me too.
Can you hurry up?
Oh my gosh. And the winner is Explorations B, Children's Museum.
Congratulations.
21 years, worth it.
So Georgann, you'll be working with our design team whenever it suits your fancy to start working on your. The rest of the story are these $3,000 gift certificates for the rest of the.
So everybody's a
finalists.
winner.
Yeah, for sure.
Before you leave, make sure that you get a business card from one of the sales staff over here, and that'll be the contact. And thank you very much, everybody, for attending. It's our pleasure to do this. And, good luck with all your new furniture. Thank you.
Thanks, Liz.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
Okay, I go to boot camp. Yeah, that's a plug.
She does lunges. We have a boot camp here. Joni teaches
Joni
boot
teaches
camp
boot camp.
for all the employees.